Hello everyone, I'm making this video to make you realize. What that means is I want to make something really real to you because it wasn't real to me growing up. This is a problem that it's so dissociated from reality that we don't even think about it. We don't even think that this can happen in the corner of our eyes. So it says no unauthorized people can actually go and visit. What really annoys me the most is at the front door, this is what they show you. I also have a car approaching me, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty suspicious being here in the middle of nowhere with my car. So I'm just gonna start driving and pretend that nothing happens. Hopefully they don't stop. Alright, cool. So, on my left, you see all these mother cows. Alright. There are thousands of mother cows being exploited for dairy. But I want to show you what's on my right. Those are the baby calves. Can you see them? All those babies, look at how little space they have to live. Can you see them? That's how much space they get. Oh my god, look at the scale of this. These are all dairy cows. I'm honestly a little nervous. I'm alone and it's Texas. I'm driving in the middle of roads that I don't recognize. There is no one around. I came here because I wanted to visit one of these farms. This is a huge dairy farm in Texas. As you can see, as far as you can see, there are cows all the way, like the entire block. It's unbelievable how many animals are here. The worst part is all these mother cows, they have to give birth, they have to be pregnant in order to produce milk. And then the farmers have to take away their female babies and keep them somewhere else. Unfortunately, I was going to go see them, but there is a puddle in the way and I can't cross it with my car. So all these individuals have to be impregnated artificially. In humans, we call it rape. Now, every time they give birth, if the baby is male, they have to be sent to a slaughterhouse because they're not profitable for dairy industry. If they're female, then they have to be separated from their mothers. This process happens multiple times, about 5 or 6 times, until these mothers, they no longer can produce enough milk. And then they send them to the same slaughterhouse as they send any other animal. So it's a very sad life that they have here in captivity. And I'm a biomedical and food system scientist. My job is to understand how food systems work, and that's why I don't really want to waste all of my time behind the computers. I want to keep this really real to myself. I want to be here and see the actual suffering or the scale of the problem with my own eyes. And today is a Christmas day, so as a lot of us get together with our family, with our loved ones, these mother cows have been separated from their children. And this happens to them multiple times. Imagine giving birth and someone took away your baby 5 or 6 times in order to milk you and keep you in these dairy environments. I'm nauseous. You can barely stand the smell here. We are way more advanced than this. This is not how we should be producing food. Think about the land. Like all this land, from there to here, all of it could be spent on growing food that people could consume directly. And not only that, there are lots of farms around here, and most of these farms are extra land to grow plants in order to feed these animals. Let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna show you on the map in my car to see how big this facility is, and also the lagoon that I can see and access from here. So let me show you. So first of all, it is literally in the middle of nowhere, and many of these lands are just devoted to producing food in order to feed these cows. And you can see where I am. here, and unfortunately there's a puddle here, so I can't pass. What I really wanted to go and see are this stuff. Every single dot here is a baby cow, a female baby cow that was separated from their mothers. So over there in all those crates, they have the babies. And guess how they advertise this? Dairy amazing. So that's from farm to you, and look at that happy cow that they're showing you. But what you're actually seeing over there is all those crates that you're seeing, they're where they keep baby cows. And here you can see the scale of this facility, and look at all of these animals. So they're all female cows, they all had to give birth. All of them have their babies separated so that they can sell the milk, and they keep the babies separate until they grow up, and then they become a part of the same abusive cycle. I can't make anyone make right decisions. All I can do is to show you the truth. This place is so well guarded. I can't get any closer. Dairy hides the truth because they know if people see that, there is no way they want to support it. And another thing I wanted to show you is this lagoon. This is a huge pool of waste, and that's why you cannot stand the smell here. This is a biohazard because it also causes antibiotic resistance, because all this waste and antibiotics, everything here, eventually end up in groundwater. In fact, if you live in Lubbock, a lot of times at night there is a horrible smell if the wind blows from this direction, and that comes from this facility. This place has 20% of Lubbock's population in cows. It's huge. So today we also did investigation from an airplane, so I took some pictures there and videos so we can show you.
My name is John McCord. I am an environmental engineer with a master's in environmental engineering, a PhD in biophysics. And we're taking a look at the source of all of this environmental pollution in Lubbock. And this city is actually rather famous for smelling terrible. And the reason why is right behind us. It's a cattle feeding operation where they fatten cows up in order to sell them to be slaughtered. This compound has a capacity of 50,000 cattle. There is 250,000 people in the city. You produce maybe half a liter every time you pee. It might be something like 30 liters if it was a steer. And all of that goes into a waste lagoon over there that blows into the city whenever the wind changes.
And one thing that's interesting is that this town, it's a very flat area. It's really susceptible to flooding. And when we were there at the feedlot, one thing that we saw was septic pools. They're right on top of a river that supplies drinking water to people in the area southeast of here. So this is the feedlot. And so just so that you get an idea of scale, one of these white dots is one head of cattle. When we zoom out, you can get an idea of the magnitude. I mentioned that there's 50,000 capacity here, which is 1/5 of the size of the city. You can imagine the amount of shit. If you've ever seen this, they're just constantly peeing and shitting because they're living organisms that are consuming a massive amount of food, and all of that needs to be put somewhere. You can't actually just leave it on the ground for this intensive feedlot. And so what they do is they fill up these pits. And the way that this works is you need to leave a residence time of the pee and the poop for these steers here for it to actually degrade and be safe to eventually treat offline somewhere else. But if you look at where we are, the septic pools from this feedlot are directly connected to the river that supplies the drinking water for 2 lakes
and this area floods constantly. You can actually see that it's flooding in the picture, to be honest. Like, you can literally see in the Google Maps picture that this is flooding, this like septic pool. And again, the sheer scale of this is really just boggles your mind. And they're not just like where drinking water comes from, these are also recreational. Because of that, they all need to be treated as if drinking water is coming from there no matter what. And you can see that it's just right downwind from the feedlot.
And this is not the only one, right? Like, if you actually zoom out, it's really easy to find tons of these facilities on the map just because how huge they are. Look, from here, when you look at it, I can already pick two of them. One is this. That's one facility. And here is another one. We are in a neighborhood by the farm that we just visited, and I just wanted to show you. It's not a surprise that, again, this is a poor area of the town. You can see based on if you look at the houses. And guess who, again, pays for that smell? The smell is terrible. Right now, we've opened the windows for a while. You cannot get rid of the smell of shit. The entire car thing, like, I smell like shit at just being there for a couple of minutes. I was thinking that people say vegans push their beliefs on others, but imagine if vegans caused an entire city to smell like shit. I really wanted to visit this facility because as a food scientist, I don't want to be just studying this stuff behind a computer, and I really want to make it real to myself and to others and to show the real face of animal industries. It's terrible. And there are actually two professors who studied this farm that we just visited, and they showed that that farm alone is enough for antibiotic resistant species to develop. And this is a very windy place, so that wind blows all those dust from that farm to here. And it was nasty. All those cows were just literally living on their own shit. The entire place was a pile of shit. And so this is impacting people, it's impacting animals. Right now, the temperature gets really cold at nights. It goes below freezing. And all those animals that I just showed you, 50,000 animals, separated from their family members, they have to stay in that cold and go through so much suffering. They advertise this as farm. It's like from farm to table. And as you can see, that's not how it's happening. When you hear farm, you think about somewhere green, you think about somewhere, peaceful, but this is the reality of it. So please go vegan. Please don't give them money in order to continue this animal abuse. We have so many other options that are cruelty-free. Drink soy milk, almond milk, oat milk, hemp milk, hazelnut milk. There are so many. Whatever you choose, don't choose dairy. Thank you.